Hello, this is Lottery248. Welcome to tonight's Belfort online, but hold up a second. I needed to set up a little bit of things. Hey! Hey, one part of the Archon quest first. Because that shitty things takes a really long time.
Sand detected, both on ground and airborne. Response: tighten outer layer of clothing. If sand gets inside, it could pose a major inconvenience during future repairs. Cleanup sequence in progress. Based on data from past incidents, please avoid dropping small items such as mora, screws, gears, minerals, toys, gummies, snacks, hairbands, socks, and slippers.
Oh.
You must be the ones tasked by the Academia with renovating Aru?
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm Kaveh, and these two are Termezi and Naisaburi. Hey, I'll hate them! Come and introduce yourself!
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two. Afternoon, gentlemen.
I've only ever seen these two in murals!
Ah, the paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess. Precisely the activities we most enjoy, funnily enough.
No, only you enjoy playing chess. We were just humoring you.
I wouldn't go that far.
Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the Academia indicates that this project requires expertise in various disciplines, including the deciphering of ancient texts, mechanical engineering, the restoration of ancient ruins, and elemental theory. The most capable minds in their respective fields are here before you. If there are no objections, we'd like to begin our work.
The artisans who built Aru for Al-Ahmar gave their very lives to create this splendid work. Follow their example by giving.
I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificing our lives.
Such brazen words. Humans these days are a far cry from their ancestors. What little respect you show for King Deshret.
No, that's not what he meant. Please, don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going for?
I just think it's important to manage expectations.
Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends of old. Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really pressed for time on this occasion. I hope you'll forgive me if it's a little rough around the edges.
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal.
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know. We might have to rely on these young people to look after us in our old age.
Exactly.
This is Aru's mainframe. Be reminded to use it with great caution.
We certainly will. Thank you for your assistance.
You may attempt to lay out punishment should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that certain components of Aru can only be operated by humans.
King Deshret always believed in humanity. Still, the reason that Aru's modules are designed that way is not so much because he trusted them, but more because he was wary of you.
Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aru then. He actually required human assistance to create his greatest work.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues.
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either.
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Let's begin. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations as per the procedures outlined in the engineering plan.
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life!
What do you mean, came to life? I've been alive the whole time!
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence in your abilities, I take it?
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die.
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aru and the Akasha?
Aru and the Akasha? But I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendro Archon to help her people access knowledge.
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right? You tell them.
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendro Archon is a kind and thoughtful god indeed.
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most popular read. If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
What? But there are so few records about Aru anywhere. And practically none of these scientific expeditions into the desert had anything to do with it.
Ah, but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well, veracity.
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, oases, and knowledge to this land. Then she created the Jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve her. Two other gods also walked upon this land where wisdom flowed in abundance, and the three met beneath the great green trees. It was the first and greatest alliance. We should speak with reverence of this covenant between. All the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For King Deshret's sake, she pried into the secrets of Celestia, and for this was burned to ashes by the flames of wrath. So grieved was King Deshret by her passing that he lost all interest in state affairs and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought back. It was after learning of the technology from that floating island in the sky that he first conceived of Aru. And so, the Akasha was inspired by Aru, while the basis for Aru itself came from Celestia's technology.
Well, if the two share a common technological origin, then connecting one system to the other is an entirely feasible idea.
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis, King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all, do you?
Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or, wait, does this count as more of a first-hand witness statement?
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more ambitious ends?
Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of Flowers sacrificed everything for that ambition. What he desired, she bestowed, and thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, or King Deshret would surely have deemed it a grave injustice. And that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love, even in its unfinished form, it deserves to be treasured. At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro. Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, the fruit of wisdom from the heavens is not to be devoured. Remember, it is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom. Yet you and she have taught me much and shown me kindness. For this, I cherish you both. In the end, Aru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged. His final hope for Aru was to return to the past, when she yet lived.
So the point you're making is, King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only ceased his imperious ways out of affection for the Goddess of Flowers and the Dendro Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy, but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these three gods placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them.
This explains why Aru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to the 3 questions was time.
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for gods as it is for humans. Love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. All right, let us pause the story here for now. Seeing as you've been so diligent, I'll offer a little help. Who's in charge again? Is it you two?
Ah, yes, me and him.
Now then, close your eyes. Wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums. By the power of King Deshret, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of existence.
Where did this come from? Is it a new mechanism?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world. This is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard. Come, use these to achieve the outcome you desire.
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there?
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is. Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, Alhaitham, there's some writing here I'll need you to decipher. I've sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry, but I should manage.
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. It's a variant of an older script. Herein lie verses written for the Yellow Sands. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun. I had no idea Aru kept a record of this.
Well, as long as you're certain that this is strictly private information, that's fine.
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now.
Where's my key? Not again.
Found some more. Sending them
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone a Vahumana Darshan.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out.
Uh,
Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still reading it? How long is it?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains records left by the artisans who built Aru.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick the parts worth keeping.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after the construction of Aru was complete.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really happen.
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still, the artisans did leave details of their plans to survive, including blueprints for their escape route.
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before I delete it.
Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing those.
No, the blueprints are important. I want to keep them as a memento. I think that should just about do it.
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling, this cross between reality and the intangible. It's like drifting between life and death, or in and out of a dream, using my own hands to manipulate illusions that are forever out of reach.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely a novel experience.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
That won't happen. Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you. There's likely to be a phase 2 of this project.
All right. I'd better keep my wits about me then.
hey, out for now. Me.
I'm gonna bring a whole bunch of bombs. If we run into meanies on the road, I'll blast them straight to space. I have an umbrella in case it rains or gets too sunny. Oh, and I prepared some herbal insect repellent for everyone. Should come in handy. Here, put this in your pocket, and you won't have to worry about bug bites out in the wild. I have some for Prune in the Traveler, too.
If you fall, don't cry. Come find Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi will help apply a cold compress.
Oh, and the roads in Inazuma are kinda complicated. Make sure to stick together and don't go wandering off alone. If you do get lost, just stay where you are and I'll come find you. We should look out for Prune and the Traveler too. The little Hexen Circle needs to keep them safe.
Yeah, the Traveler's always the one protecting other people. It's about time we flip the script. Oh, and in case we need an energy boost when we're out in the wild, Paimon prepped a bunch of tasty snacks we can eat on the go without getting too messy. So, if anyone gets hungry, just let Paimon know. All right, I'm ready to head out whenever. Based on the map our Baku friend gave us, the closest fragment should be Chinju Forest. Let's go! This little grove is the place marked on the map, right?
Yeah, I know this place. I've slept in every single tree here. It used to be number 5 on my list of best napping spots.
Used to be?
It dropped to 7th after one of the Shrine Maidens found me.
All right, let's split up and look around. It'll be more efficient. I'm a pretty good climber, so I can search one of the trees. Sayu can take another, and the rest...
Come on, Prune, let's race! We'll start from here and see who can find the clues the fastest.
Wait! I wasn't done talking! Come on, come on! It'll be good to stretch those muscles!
Count us down, okay, Traveler? Stick close to me, Chi-Chi. Paimon, carry me!
I'm not so sure about that.
Whew. I've got this. The Yoo-Hoo Art Mad Dash technique has never failed me.
Who says I have to go along with the charge? That's it. I can't lose to some kid. Huh? What are you still standing there for? We're falling behind! Here, grab onto me.
This spot is as comfortable as ever. Makes me super sleepy. No, wake up! Right, I brought mint. That'll help me wake up. The sooner we find these fragments, the sooner I can sleep.
Oh, that running was pretty tiring, huh, Chi-Chi? We can take a little break if you want.
Chi-Chi isn't tired. You're sweating, Yao-Yao. Here, Chi-Chi will wipe it off. Dr. Baiju says sweating makes it easy to catch a cold. Gotta get dry fast.
You remembered all that? Oh, make way for Boo Boo Pharmacy's little helper, people.
No, it was in my notes. Right next to... Find nightmare fragments.
Oh, that spelling is a bit... you know what? We'll fix that later. Let's focus on the fragments. Gotta put our herb picking and radish harvesting skills to good use.
Gonna blow them all up!
Put on the brakes there, Klee. Mondstadt be bombed, Klee be doomed, remember?
But we're not in Mondstadt.
Which means it's even more important to follow the rules, right? If you want to keep going on adventures, you need to show the knights how well-behaved you are, even when they're not around.
I can be well behaved. I want to go on all the adventures with the little witches.
Then how about you search around the bottom of the tree, and Paimon will fly to the top and have a look.
Okay, be careful, Paimon. I'll be careful too.
Man, this tree is kind of tough to climb.
Good thing I got plenty of experience climbing roofs and not cry. Never thought that'd come in handy here. The Baku said to look for things that seem off or out of place. Let's see. Huh? A giant tail? That can't be right.
That hurt! Traveler, Paimon! Seeing you, I feel much more awake. Oh, and who are these kids? Friends of yours, I'm guessing? Nice to meet you.
Hello, Miss Cat Lady. We're little witches.
What brings you here, Kirara?
Oh, it was a pretty light day delivery-wise, so I came here to sharpen my claws. Must have dozed off at some point, and then someone yanked my tail.
Sorry about that. It kinda seemed like something we were searching for. You're a Nekomata, right? That was in the little-known creatures of Inazuma, too. On page,
Whoa! You remember the page number for this one, too?
Shoot, I forgot. Don't look at me like that. Anyway, I could give you a ball of yarn to make it up to you.
Oh, yarn? No need. You just startled me, that's all. It's not, but you sure know a lot, huh, kid?
I'm not a... Never mind.
Have you noticed anything strange around here, Kirara?
Well... I usually like to nap under that tree over there, but for some reason it felt off today, so I decided to sleep in this tree instead.
All right, you guys can keep chatting. I'll go check it out. Yep, looks like there is a nightmare fragment here. Let's store it for now. We should press on to the next location. All right, the next location is to the east of Konda Village. I've got it memorized, so let's move. All right, after last time, we're all clear on what we need to do, right? Let's split up and investigate the area. If you find something, just give a shout, okay? All clear?
Yes, ma'am! Yes, ma'am.
I didn't mean to make it sound like I was bossing you around, Traveler. Well, dismissed.
melon.
Honorary Knight! Paimon, Prune, over here!
Find something?
Yeah, something huge! A bunch of bugs in a line! I've never seen something like this before!
Me neither. Wow.
Oh, these are Oni Kabuto. They're all over Inazuma. In Master's Garden, I saw ants do something like this before. But if they're moving to a new home, why aren't they carrying anything?
Strange. Onikabuto are typically nocturnal creatures. During the day, they usually hide in cool, shady places like bushes or between rocks to avoid predators.
You sure know a lot, Prune.
Their diet consists of tree sap and wild fruit. Given that they're nocturnal, you have a higher chance of encountering them at night.
You can say that again.
Bullchucker, what are you doing here?
We meet again, Lavender Melon. Hey, I'm out here looking for an Onikabuto upgrade. Bigger, stronger. You know the deal. Never stop the grind, am I right? What about you? Whoa, wait a second. We've got ourselves a whole patch of little Lavender Melons here. Ah, I know. You must be out here playing make-believe, huh? Well, I happen to be free as a bird. Want me to join?
Yeah, you can play a mean old demon king with great big horns.
Old, huh? You sure about that?
Quick, everyone hide! Cover your heads! If he gives you a noogie, you'll never get taller.
You guys run! Paimon will hold him off! Listen here, Bullchucker. You want to get to them? You have to go through Paimon first.
Flying Lavender Melon's got a feisty side, huh? Well, guess you'll just have to be the first victim. Uh-oh, noogie incoming!
Then Little Witch Paimon curses you to lose 10,000 Mora every time you give a noogie!
Oh, well, good thing I'm sitting pretty with nothing but a cool 500 Mora in my pocket.
Shoot! Wrong strategy!
Whoa, slow down there, little Lavender Melons, or you're gonna trip. You know what? Because I'm cool like that, I'll give you a 10-second head start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wait, I know. The weird behavior of the Onikabuto is a clue. They would never venture out during the day, unless something happened to their original habitat. In other words, we just need to follow their migration back to the source. Yep, it's here! Come on, let's pick it up. That just leaves one more. We're so close. Please, the little witches were the ones who noticed the Onikabuto. They deserve the credit. Only kids are obsessed with bugs like that. I doubt I would have even spotted them. That's not the point. We have a job to finish. Let's call everyone back. We should head to the next location. Well, we can't just leave them here with that Oni. He doesn't exactly strike me as a responsible adult. Let's see. Our last stop is the beach north of Konda Village. Time to go!
Alright, this is the last location. Where should we start looking? Huh? A group of monsters?
It's just a few slimes. I'll deal with them.
Come on, little witches.
Good luck. And don't think that's Paimon being unhelpful. You could even say it's the key to it. Go, Cleat, go! Use Jumpy Dumpty! Go, Blue Ninja Sayu! Get him, Yogui! Nice one, Chi-Chi! Everyone's back in fighting form!
Didn't expect them to be so strong. Gotta figure out the right counter strategy.
That's the spirit, crew! Get him! Wow! Your teamwork was amazing! You came in like whoosh, and then went all bam bam, and then kapow! The monsters didn't stand a chance!
You weren't that either, Paimon. Your voice was nice and loud. Impressive fighting, everyone!
Little witches are just awesome like that.
That tuckered me out.
Hungry. Auntie Cloud Retainer said it's not good to wander around in the wild after dark. This is the last fragment, right? Let's pick it up and head back. Popcorn! Dough King! We're back!
Whoa! Look at all this food! Did you guys do this for us?
Popcorn, we spoke to the Dough King, and we're gonna get you back to normal tomorrow.
Yeah, and once Homura's nightmare gets eaten, she'll get better too.
Then we'll help Popcorn find Homura, and we can all play together.
Wish all our imaginary friends could come out and play too.
Ooh, Mom's magic can do that.
Have you learned that one yet, Klee?
No. All I know is the introduction magic for the little witches. Huh. I bet Master, Auntie Cloud Retainer, and Uncle Mountain Shaper could do it. They all have those super impressive Adepti abilities.
My sensei definitely could too. A great ninja can do anything.
Oh! What about you, Traveler? Could you do something like that? Yeah. Guess Paimon has a lot to learn from the other little witches, huh? All the imaginary friends hanging out together. Just thinking about it is interesting.
Does Paimon have one too?
Nope. But Paimon already has someone to keep her company. Someone she can talk to no matter what. The Traveler. What about you, Prune? Do you have an imaginary friend?
Of course. He's my best friend. His name is Descartes. He's a puppy and he's super adorable. Just like you.
I guess if you think I'm cute, then sure.
Well, we're just about done here, right? We should all get some rest. I'll walk you back.
You should stay with us, Prune. The Shrine Maiden Lady got us a huge room. We've been staying there together these past few days, and there's more than enough space.
Yeah! We even had a pillow fight last night. Well, I already have my own accommodation, so... Come on, Prune! Play with us! Pretty please?
Fine. Let's go.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Whoa! It's so big the Crocodile King!
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes, although to be exact, it is a mixture of both concern and curiosity that I feel.
Speaking of Nahida, Paimon was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to a pep, but there was no response. This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that a pep agreed to help Nahida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king? Then you are learned indeed. I'm glad to know that Sumeru has the support of someone like you. At the end of his life, King Deshret tricked the Dendro Dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins. The Dendro Dragon despised King Deshret, yet he outwitted her. Rather than bringing disaster to the land, he chose to deceive her and thereby ensure his annihilation. An act that surely displays his love for humanity. The Dendro Dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. All the gods, all the power they wielded. And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes one wonder whether, perhaps, the Dendro Archon assisted her in the past.
Yep, Nahida did her a huge favor.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the Seven, a pep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her, too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself. How ironic. All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with the pep? For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who isn't busy right now and go look for her?
I'm alright, Paimon.
Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was effective.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Ah!
we'll do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is, and how much hope it brings.
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep, I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently managed. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account by me.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must resume my duties as soon as possible.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret?
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Boer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in any of this.
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there. We made it. Huh? Wait, that voice. It's... Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I expected to see here.
Huh? Wait, what are the R&R doing here? Don't you guys hate the desert? Obviously I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers the whole way here. Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. It's hard on them.
I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you all. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next steps. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay?
Awesome! Let's go!
Well, First, I have some questions. Okay, I think that covers everything. Thank you. We can get going now. Hello, everyone. It's only us. It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Voluka. Is everyone back in Vanarana doing well? Ah, everyone's here. Good.
Are you okay? You look like you were about to pass out back there.
Then you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me. Oh, excuse me! Are you comparing me to Paimon? I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so... I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I'm sure you'll find it all very straightforward. I can help too! Just let me know where I'm needed.
Up to no good.
That definitely sounds suspicious. Traveler, Paimon, I have other work to attend to here that needs to take priority. Could I trouble you to investigate the situation Arabalika spoke of?
No problem. Leave it to us.
Thank you. I'm counting on you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them. Is that acceptable to everyone? There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid, don't worry. Just call my name and I'll be there. Very well. Now, I shall bestow a small blessing upon you all. Whenever people see you and interact with you, from the moment their gaze meets yours, they will experience the most beautiful of dreams. Do not fear. We will face it together. This too shall pass. Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendro-Archon, you're back. Are you recovering all right? You mustn't push yourself too hard.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for your concern. I see. Using the power of Aru to reboot the Akasha and gain access to Ermin's soul. It's a sound plan, although... I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but with the state that Ermin's soul is currently in, it's impossible to access via traditional means. Even the Akasha won't change that.
Alas, we had feared this may be the case.
And what about non-traditional means?
Non-traditional means?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new measures.
Ah, it's you. Is there a situation? The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words, there may well be a traitor among us.
Given everything that's going on, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't.
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker, I trust you have a solution?
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer. What's in it for me?
Let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever business you're in, an avenue to demonstrate your abilities could never hurt.
I like the sound of that. Glad we're on the same page.
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, Practically no one at Caravan Rebot knows who you are.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees, and am more or less up to date on where everyone stands.
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. I've identified 3 names. The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order. Anyone willing to turn back at this stage is almost certainly with the Fatui.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. This spy must have been planted long ago. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan. I see. Your suspicions are well-founded. I'd be watching him too if I were you.
So far, we still lack solid evidence that he's been bribed. He hasn't made any recent purchases that would indicate he came into some cash.
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move. I can handle it. I'm not based in Sumeru, so barely anyone at Caravan Rebot knows who I am.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in Nodcry?
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet. There's no way he could have seen my face before. Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main road.
Understood. I'll take it from there.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure working with you. Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample combat experience. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. A coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet. Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to see a lady wearing a hat?
Ma'am? What are you doing in Caravan Rebot all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. I didn't think it would be so late by the time I found it. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn, because I didn't see any large groups on my way here.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side, could you describe this friend of yours?
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat and a white dress. You'd definitely know if you'd seen her.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time, the Core of 30 are under orders to be extra cautious when dealing with unknown people, whoever they might be.
I understand. Well, sir, is there anything else you need to know? If not, I'd better try and catch up with them.
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty of carts, so one more won't be a problem.
That would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer. I'll have to pay you for your trouble.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take you to join the rest of the group.
All right, thanks. Let me know if you need a hand carrying anything.
No need for that. I'm strong enough for both of us.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day, running into someone who knows what they're doing here. You might have just saved my life, you know?
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to get back? I hope for your sake that it's priceless.
Actually, I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But be sure to keep it to yourself, or we could both be in big trouble.
Oh, really? Sounds mysterious.
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means. We have to be very discreet when we're selling them. That's why I had to go looking for the missing cargo alone.
Ah, no wonder. Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that maybe there is something you could do for me.
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap. Think carefully before you ask. We don't want to ruin our relationship before we even hit the road.
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have something that's a little difficult to sell on as well. Take a look at this.
Pure gold. That's quite something. How'd you come across it? Dig it out of some ancient tomb?
If you look hard enough, there are many treasures to be found in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. And he clearly doesn't want to arouse suspicion, so he's on the lookout for an opportunity to make a quiet trade. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands? I hope I won't be attracting the wrath of my competitors by helping you sell this.
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having to deal with them. On the off chance anything went wrong, I'd never get my money back.
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see. Well, in that case, I think we can work something out.
As it happens, I'm just about done packing. Shall we make a move?
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am. I don't know how this happened. One thing led to another, and look how it ended up. I just hope our client doesn't get spooked and cancel their order.
Fingers crossed. But either way, life goes on, and we all have to make a living somehow.
Drat. You...
Warm-up complete. Cleanup sequence initiate.
Shadows of fate.
A touch of frost. From whence you came.
Ultimatum protocol.
Wind, hear me.
Swift and merciful.
Decided by destiny.
Spirit blade. Attack.
Delve into destiny.
Installation chamber deployed.
Barely a scratch.
Written in the stars.
Cleanup sequence in.
Shadows of fate.
Preparing for dust up.
Barbados, guide us.
Installation chamber
Let me scribe.
A touch of frost.
Go as one.
From whence you came.
Decided by destiny.
Cleanup sequence initiate.
Forth, my blade.
Delve into destiny.
Ultimatum protocol.
I swear by my sword.
Swift and merciful.
Installation chamber deployed.
Submit for judgment.
Ready for trial. Boom boom!
Defensive mode engaged.
One with my blade. Spirit blade. Attack!
Motion to compel.
Installation chamber deployed. Annihilation mode.
Incinerate! Time for your arraignment!
This is how...
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Go as fly!
Wind, hear me!
A touch of frost.
Let me scribe! Written in the stars!
From whence you came.
Delved into death!
Winter shall eventually come.
Shadows of fate!
Installation chamber deployed. Ultimatum protocol.
Swift and merciful. Spirit blade. Attack!
I swear by my sword! Decided by destiny!
Twenty items.
You want to see my archive? Of course! I'm always happy to show off my masterpiece. I even did the illustrations.
Is quite the deep field of study.
Is it time for our session?
Any good stuff in there?
By any chance? Not at all. Thomas. I guess I need 3 to 5 chests. Oh, this is happening. Let's do it. See.
This is a pretty good haul. Lucky you. Not a bad haul. Makes it worth our while.
Well, I think we can now say that the Grand Library is complete. Next, we'll need to find somewhere to put the bird stands, cushions, and deposit boxes. Ah, hello there, traveler, Paimon. Thanks to your help, the library repairs are basically complete. It's really starting to look the part.
What about that other stuff you just mentioned? Are you planning on putting all that in the library too?
Yes. That said, it's too big of a job for me to handle alone. I was planning on getting some of our more skilled artisans to help out. The Grand Library is open to humans and animals alike. Since we have furniture for humans to sit down on, there should naturally be some for the animals, too.
Huh. Yeah, that does kind of make sense.
Those are the ones I used to use when the little animals came to talk to me about their struggles. I'd originally planned to make some new ones, but some of the animals are nostalgic for the older items, so we brought them along, too.
Wait, animals tell you their struggles? Like a therapy session? Kinda sounds like a nice bathhouse for animals.
This is one of my duties as Moon Chanter. I would not call it hard work. And it's true. All living things have a need to feel heard. I have always encouraged everyone to come to me without reservation, whatever troubles they may be facing. Hiding your thoughts deep in your heart will not solve anything. In fact, it often makes the problem worse. Oh, well, I've never looked at the numbers, but my sense is that the animals consult me more often. After all, my daily routine is more or less the same as that of my people, and they don't usually come during work hours. It's only when I have free time that I get the occasional human visitor. Animals, on the other hand, lead very different routines from us. Sheik badgers tend to visit in the early morning hours, while ibises often drop by after sunrise. Finches come in flocks during the afternoon, chirping and chattering away. The rhyme-horned deer visit at dusk, mostly alone, though sometimes with one or two friends. And once night has fallen, I get the odd weasel thief burrowing into my home.
Oh, but that leaves you with no time to yourself at all.
It truly is. There was one time when a weasel thief stole some pine cones that a group of finches was hoarding. It must have been around 20 finches that flew to my bedside in the dead of night to protest the transgression. I had to ask a sniffer mole who I'd just been chatting with to invite the weasel thief over. It took a lot of work to convince it to reveal where the pine cones were. By the time all parties were satisfied and ready to leave, the sun was up. I slept in till past noon that day.
Huh. Paimon would have given up and gone back to sleep long before you did. And probably pulled a blanket over her head first to block out the noise.
Since they'd taken the trouble to come to me, I felt I had a duty to help them. And the results made it all worthwhile. After getting everything off their chests, the finches went back to happily hopping around, and the weasel thief went off in search of new, exciting treasure. But humans are less forthcoming than animals. Too often, they hide their true feelings in the deepest corners of their hearts. Even those who come to me for guidance, I feel as if they tell me only part of the story, leaving out what truly burdens their soul. Perhaps they are unwilling to say it out loud, to face the real issues head on. Human society often encourages people to hide their true selves. It is not dissimilar to the way that some butterflies hide away in a withered leaf and camouflage their wings to match their environment. Social interactions between humans can be complex and difficult. Everyone has their way of coping, and I don't judge them for it. Nonetheless, suppressing one's true feelings can easily lead to melancholy and depression. Deep-seated issues like that are difficult to resolve, no matter what advice I give. So I had an idea. I thought, What if I could find a way to bring complicated human minds and straightforward animal ones together? Maybe by spending some time around each other, both could experience a new perspective. It was with that in mind that I renovated the Grand Library and turned it into what it is today. Spacious and well-ventilated, and open to humans and animals to come and go as they please. Except maybe on rainy days, when they're looking for shelter. But the rest of the time, people can visit whenever they want, to spend time with the animals, browse books, rest, and enjoy the sun. And perhaps the company of our dear animal friends, who will not be driven away by anything they say, might encourage people to open their hearts and share the truth of what lies within.
Wow, you really put a lot of thought into this library renovation. Oh, it sounds great to Paimon. Hugging fluffy animals, lounging in a chair all day without a care in the world. Just thinking about it makes Paimon feel all warm and fuzzy.
Of course. Your assistance with the renovation works was invaluable. It should go without saying that the Library of the Frostmoon Scions shall always be open to you.
Now where in the world did I put that book?
Well, any good stuff in there? If you ask me what's the one place you should visit in Nasha Town, obviously I'm gonna say Speranza. You know I'm biased, but seriously, you should give it a try. Katya's cooking will not disappoint you.
ก็ถัดมัดลง Time out.
Lumia's just too cute! But she does have a bad habit of swallowing any shiny thing she lays her eyes on. So keep your valuables well away, or you might never see them again.
I need to find time to send those Saurian relics for appraisal.
The biggest one in history.
Time out.